Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and XO Magpie.
Hello.
Been another quiet week.
You know, there's been a few things.
We're gearing up for the Game Awards now.
Yes, we're gearing up for the Game Awards, which is going to be interesting. Are we going to get random person on the stage at the?
Yes, actually, we will actually be talking about that now.
Ah.
So yeah. For first and foremost, and a bit more possibly sad news. Publisher confirms TimeSplitters Studio faces closure before Christmas. Free Radical Design staff are currently in a consultation process.
Considering the fact that I thought Free Radical Design had already been closed.
Embracer bought them from EA.
Oh. Yeah, that sucks.
That's what happened. That's basically what happened to Free Radical.
EA were going to shut them down, though, weren't they? I'm pretty sure they were.
I don't know. I can't remember. Probably. I mean, it's EA. They're probably going to eat them.
Yeah, probably.
Was it EA the bought? Yeah, it was EA the bought.
Yes.
Yeah. TimeSplitters Studio Free Radical Design faces closure before Christmas. Publisher Palion has privately acknowledged. Video game. Is it Chronicle? VGC reported earlier this month that Free Radical was at front of being closed just 2 years after it was established. Oh yeah, it was basically
Yeah, it was, and the plan was to try and redo TimeSplitters.
Yeah.
I think that was their plan.
Mm.
That sucks. I was looking forward to that.
Just after 2 years after it was established as part of a huge company-wide cuts at Embracer and its owned publishers. Although Embracer has yet to publicly confirm Free Radical's position, source told VGC that Palion is now acknowledged in a company email that the Nottingham UK-based company could be closed on December the 11th, following the completion of a consultation process.
Oh, that sucks.
As we move through the consultation process and face the potential closure of Free Radical Design on December the 11th, I want to express my gratitude for your commitment and the remarkable work you've done and keep still doing. That was written by Palion VP Lars Janssen.
Oh yeah, good job. Well done. I'm proud of everything you do. So get the fuck out.
You're fired.
Yeah, that.
For the past 6 months, Embracer has been carrying out a restructuring plan which has already seen some game studios closed and some projects cancelled. The company confirmed earlier this month that over 900 employees were let go during its second quarter ended in September. In the case of Free Radical, Palion, the Embracer division which runs the studio, is required by UK employment law to consult employees for a minimum of 30 days before making any redundancies, including exploring ways of avoiding them. There remains a possibility that the studio could remain open should Embracer receive interest from third parties interested in acquiring. However, since VGC's initial report this month, a large number of Free Radical employees have indicated that they're looking for work. At the time of publishing, over 55 of the studio's 100 staff members listed on LinkedIn have changed their profiles to indicate they're seeking new employment. So yeah, it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. So
No.
the people that are actually in the studio
it's
and the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, it's 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It's not really
It
gonna happen, unfortunately.
sucks because we have very, very, very fond memories of TimeSplitters. It's like it is our favourite first-person shooters. TimeSplitters 1 and 2.
It's one of them.
Look,
I've got a bunch of.
I know there's a bunch of first-person shooters that you like, but if I could choose only one to play, TimeSplitters is probably it.
Yeah. I think for me, BioShock.
Yeah, true.
Then TimeSplitters. But I get what you mean. Yeah, I do have a lot of fond memories with TimeSplitters 2.
Time Splitters is your old school arena shooter style game, and it had so much. The Time Splitters series has so many things that aren't even done yet by others. I could create a map. Time Splitters 3 had to create a stage, which took Doom 2016 to come around.
Yeah.
Before anything else on console, at least. I don't know about PC. Probably some of them had it.
I'm assuming for PC a lot of mods.
Yeah, there were probably mods, but
got brought in for games.
Time Splitters had one of the best PS2 soundtracks. It was amazing.
I would say it's probably one of the best console shooters.
Oh yeah, easily. It's such a shame that we haven't had another Time Splitters since the PS2 era. We haven't had like over two generations, almost 3 generations now, without a Time Splitters game. Like, it was released, Time Splitters 1, 2 and 3 were released on the PlayStation 2. We haven't had anything since, and it's like we spent hours just in the split screen multiplayer.
Yeah.
Just doing random maps and random modes, and it was so much fun.
And then Time Splitters 2, I think that was the first game that, like, the way they made the game harder if you put it on hard, especially for like the story mode.
No, Time Splitters 1 had the story where the story missions was no. Go longer.
No. So Time Splitters 1, you could put it on harder, and yeah, the things were longer, but it wasn't like there was no story element there.
No. Oh yeah.
So what I mean is,
Time
like,
Splitters 2 was the first one that actually had like a little bit of a story mode.
Yeah.
And then Time Splitters 3 Future Perfect. Was.
But yeah, the hard mode on Time Splitters 2, that was the first one where, like, if you complete the dam on normal, right, you got the normal thing. But if you just want to play on hard mode,
yes, because it had an extra boss.
You had an extra boss. You had an extra couple of bits to the dam.
You actually went into the dam.
Yeah, you went in, and it was the first game that I ever played that, like, that's how they made it more challenging. Instead of just making the enemies harder
or spongier or more of them, it was like, no, there's more shit to do.
Yeah.
Which the first one did do. It was just the campaign was very bare bones. It was like,
no, I just made the map a bit longer. That's really all they did.
Yeah, no, but the first one did that as well. It was just not as detailed or polished. It was just like, this is an extra bit of the map you have to go to. You have to go further into the map to pick up the item, then run back, which was the first Time Splitters. Time Splitters 2 had actual objectives and an overarching plot, per se.
The first iteration of Free Radical Design was formed in 1999 and developed Time Splitters series and Second Sight. Following the disappointing reception of Haze and a cancelled Star Wars Battlefront project, the studio went bankrupt in 2008.
Oh, that Star Wars project sounded so good.
Yeah.
It sounded so good.
Palian and its parent company Embracer announced in May 2021 that a new Free Radical Design had been established by original founders Steve Ellis and David Duck to bring the Time Splitters IP back to life.
Yeah, because EA is literally doing fuck all with it.
Well, no, they don't have it anymore.
I know they don't have it anymore, but they did.
Yeah, they didn't.
Fuck all
they didn't do
with
anything with it. Which is the same with a lot of IPs that EA have. They just don't do anything with their IPs.
I do wish, even if EA has no intention whatsoever to just release Future Perfect, re-release it on all consoles and PC. Just do it, because even though Future Perfect is not as good in personally think as Time Splitters 2, Future Perfect has the online stuff. Yeah. I mean, hell, just release Time Splitters 2 with online. Just do it, because I guarantee you there is enough of a fan base that will get people to play it, and then you get people to play it, and then more people play it, and it just snowballs. Especially if you can just get the right people to show it.
That's such a fun game.
Time Splitters 2 is like one of the. It is just so fun. And again, like, the soundtrack to Time Splitters is fantastic. Chinatown's still one of my favourite all-time tracks in a game ever. It is a gloriously catchy bop.
I think we're just gonna have to keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hopefully those that do get let go manage to find some form of employment. I do really, really, really hope someone somehow manages to get Time Splitters either a new one or one of the old, or 1, 2, or 3, ideally 2 and 3, released again on everything with probably a couple of life improvements. Because we've had a whole generation of people.
Yeah.
14 years.
Mm-hmm.
14 years ago.
Zoomers.
No, 24. 24 years.
Yeah, Zoomers, man, they have no idea.
They have no idea the glory of Robofish.
Yeah.
Or R109.
Yeah. Or the dinosaur. The dancing T-Rex.
Oh, I can't remember what his name was. Or the fun mode that you would basically everyone would agree to pick monkeys.
Yes.
Well, there was multiple in Time Splitters 2 and 3. There were multiple versions of monkeys.
Yeah.
I wish someone would bring back Time Splitters. It is easily, like I say, the most fun I've had in a shooter game, because it was just silly chaos. It was great.
It was. I would say it was just a less serious version, at least with the gameplay. Anyway, it was a less serious version of GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Because Free Radical was originally formed from people who made they got the Nintendo 64 GoldenEye.
Yeah.
You could tell from the first one that was where they cut their teeth. But again, it was just so fun. So fun. And some of the characters were just so fucking hilarious. For example, Robofish. A half the size of everyone else.
No, he wasn't even half. I think he was about a quarter.
No, he was half height. It was a half height. Everyone was half height or full height. And Robofish was basically a half height robot with a goldfish ball as a head. It was great.
And it was quite funny because some of the guns were just absolutely humongous.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just
twin
had this
miniguns.
This tiny robot being
twin
with the
miniguns. Twin miniguns.
Twin mini. Oh.
Also, it had one of the best game modes ever, Bag Tag.
Yeah. Bag Tag.
So think Capture the Flag, but instead of taking it to one place or the other, you had to hold it and run around the map like an absolute madman, trying not to get killed.
Oh god, that was a fun game.
And whichever team had the most points at the end of it won. Oh, I wish someone would bring that mode back as well. It was a gloriously chaotic mode.
You could easily just change bag to flag and just go on flag tag.
Yeah, flag tag.
One of these modes.
We want our royalties in the mail.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, again, hopefully, Free Radical Design can stay alive.
Also, Second Sight is on Steam.
Second Sight is on Steam. It's very good.
Buy it.
It's a very good game.
It is a very good game. Very underrated. It is an amazingly good game for its time.
Right, we are now on to the basically the Ubisoft bashing. I didn't realise how many things about Ubisoft I had.
Until
we were talking about things. Okay, so let us go with the ad in game.
The bug.
Apparently. The bug. Yeah, the technical error. Ubisoft blames technical error for showing pop-up ads in Assassin's Creed. A full-screen pop-up ad appeared in Assassin's Creed Odyssey for some players this week.
So, the only thing... So, there's understandably, because of the reputation that Ubisoft recently has developed for itself, a lot of people aren't buying this. Now, it could potentially actually be a bug, unintentionally, but it's just the fact that...
but how did the ad get into the game in the first place?
That is very true. The thing is, though, is that it has the online shop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For all the XP boosters.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to load up there instead of when you load up, that could be the bug. But because of the way Ubisoft's reputation, I do understand how people can literally listen to that and go, yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't believe
totally it. And justifiably so, especially from the senior management decision-making process for Ubisoft. They've just, decided to take L after L after L after L. Like, we're going to go into the NFT market and we're going to put this into a game that has already had its player base killed off because of the monetization crap we've done to it already, but we're going to add more with NFTs and then be very surprised when no one buys anything. And that's just an example, one of the many things that Ubisoft have recently done that has just been... There's a part of me that feels sorry for the people that actually do the actual work in Ubisoft, because they don't make the decisions that has caused the 99.9% of the problems that Ubisoft have.
Yeah.
Like the way their games are monetized now, the way that every game is a open world collectathon piece of bullshit. The way that probably the game is not actually in a complete state, like Valhalla wasn't when they released it. I mean, hell, they released a medieval a game staged in the medieval time during the Danelaw, where there was the Vikings and the Saxons were fighting each other, and they didn't put in longswords on launch.
No.
Like, how the fuck do you what is wrong with you? Yes, people use blooming axes and other blooming things and claymores and all that sort of shit, but there were plenty of people with a longsword, because it was probably one of the, apart from an axe, the most cheapest fucking weapon to make. And all the blooming lords went, I'm going to have 100 longswords for these 100 peasants that I'm going to send up against these 100 Vikings. They will probably die. But that's fine, because I won't be dead. Anyway. So, yeah, I can understand both sides of the coin in a sense that it could be a bug, but also the way Ubisoft have been.
Yeah.
I can understand people going, yeah, you don't. It's not actually a bug. This was deliberate, and you're only saying it's a bug because of the massive backlash.
I just like the fact that the map shows up. Not the map. The ad shows up when you open up the map.
Yeah.
That's. It's just.
This also coming off the heels of the Xbox showing Call of Duty first thing as you launch, as you power up your Xbox. It shows an advert for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So the gaming community already knows the people in power in the AAA gaming sphere don't see, and this is Xbox included, despite all the fucking things who says, they see the player base as just a cash cow. That's all they see them as.
They're not monetized enough.
They're not monetized enough, as all these companies keep saying. And we're sick and tired of it. And because of that, any mistakes that you have... I mean, first things first, who the fuck did not notice this bug? Right? And so when people see this, they're going to instantly assume that this is deliberate. And understandably so, because, the messaging from the likes of Ubisoft, Microsoft, Sony...
So, here's a good one. Right, so while it is unclear at first why the game suddenly started showing Black Friday pop-up ads to promote Ubisoft's latest versions of Assassin's Creed, the publisher later explained what went wrong in a post on Twitter. Ubisoft says it was trying to put an ad for Assassin's Creed Mirage in the main menu of of other Assassin's Creed games. However, a technical error caused the promotion to show up on in-game menus instead.
Yeah, which is what I said. That's the reasoning they're giving. It could be true, but again, I understand why people.
I think that is true. I don't think they meant to put it on the actual game. It was meant to be as soon as you open up the game on the main menu screen, it's going to be in that little square that a lot of games have now.
Yeah,
where it's like go to this shop,
and instead it's come up. It's been for some reason it's ended up as when you pull up the map or the menu in-game menu. So yeah, that's an understandable bug. But again, like I said, the messaging and the way the major companies like Ubisoft, like Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, 2K, etc., the way they've been treating their user base, I understand and can totally see where people are coming from when they say this is bullshit, enough is enough, because it is. These are $70 games.
Yeah.
These are $70 games, which then also ask extra money for microtransactions, which in the case of Activision Blizzard aren't micro at all. And then they have the fucking balls to fucking advertise shit to us.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me play the fucking game.
Yeah, that's about right. Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
You were doing so well with Mirage, man. You were coming back. And then
you go fuck this up.
God damn it, man. Anyway, shall we keep going with Ubisoft?
Yeah, let's keep going with it. Yeah, and this comes on the backs of a whole bunch of other things.
Okay, right. We'll go with that one later because that's just ridiculous, and I'm going to laugh at it. Okay, right. Ubisoft accidentally released Beyond Good and Evil Remaster. Remember, it doesn't do that sort of thing. Attempts to scrub all trace off from the internet, then gives up and announces it anyway.
Oh my god, this is just one of those weeks of nothing they can do goes right.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing they can do goes right.
So, it's like 20 years now since it's the 20th anniversary of Beyond Good and Evil.
The first one.
So,
I can understand them announcing a remaster. But, wait, so in other words, right, they decided to announce a remaster.
Mm-hmm.
Then someone went, no, we don't do that, scrap it, we're going to cancel it. To which they then try and pull everything. To which it's already too late, because once it's on the internet, it's always on the internet. There is a thing called the Wayback Machine. So unless you are extremely fast, that's there forever. And then, of course, they realise that it's too late and just, I know I'm just literally...
Just to let anybody
I know I'm just repeating what you've said, but the stages of this event
is a bit silly.
It's so silly. Only Ubisoft could do this.
Basically, next year is the 20th anniversary of Beyond Good and Evil, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is that they were going to re-release. Well, they were going to remaster Beyond Good and Evil and release it for the 20th anniversary.
Understandable.
Right? Understandable. Or is it this year?
Either way, they were going to remaster and release it.
Yeah. They were going to release a remastered Beyond Good and Evil to celebrate the 20th anniversary. Understandable. Right?
There are worse things they could do.
Yep. Now, the thing is, they were trying to keep a lid on this.
They wanted it to be a surprise.
To have it as a big surprise. Now, it possibly could have been like a reveal at the Game Awards. Possibly, or maybe just later on. But what's happened is ESRB leaked that Ubisoft was working on some kind of new version of the first Beyond Good and Evil for all modern platforms. Achievement tracking sites caught wind of Xbox Chivos for Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. This was soon followed up by a sudden appearance of an Xbox Store listing, now taken down, for the game, which was itself followed up by reports of Ubisoft Plus subscribers being able to download it and play it. So they released it on their own store.
This is... Do you know what this is? This is Game Awards trailer instant release.
Possibly.
That's what it is. So the game's probably ready to ship, per se.
Ubisoft have come out and said anything that they've seen, that people have seen online, is not indicative of the final product. Just to put that out there.
So it might not be, but the very fact that there was a playable version actually able to download from the store,
yeah,
makes you sound. Maybe it was actually just the original game, but with the remastered title on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because for in one sense, for the Beyond Good and Evil fan base,
yeah,
this is a little bit of good news, even though it's a silly story, because it's like, this is the level of farce about how this has come about.
Yeah.
But at least they've got something to look forward to, because we're never seeing Beyond Good and Evil 2.
So for a little bit, Ubisoft has pretty much been trying everything to keep the lid on, to make sure that nobody remembers. So going so far as like scrubbing the pages off the Ubisoft store, wiping the Xbox store of any knowledge of this, and going as far as copyright claiming and striking down a 30-minute video of the remaster. Right? Unfortunately, this is the internet, so it's out there now.
Also, when you copyright strike someone, that is the epitome of the Barbra Streisand effect.
Yeah.
Because instantly people go on about it. Like, how dare you?
It is down, unfortunately.
I mean, if it is if it is an actual like early unfinished build, I can understand them going, look, it's not actually the finished game.
But
the problem is that you released it.
Yeah. Somebody pressed the big red button.
Someone pressed the big red button, and then somebody paid for it.
Yeah. So basically, what else has happened is they've pretty much given up.
Yeah.
On pretending that it never happened, and now they've just announced it.
Yeah.
So in a Twitter post, they've literally just come out and gone, looks like the cat's out of the bag. Happy 20th anniversary to Beyond Good and Evil. Well, we cannot wait to show you more about this special edition. More news to come in early 2024.
Yeah, it might be just an early build that someone pressed the button to.
Yeah.
But again, like, I'm like thinking, like, why have you got like an early build connected to your store in a way that you could upload it and have people download it and pay for it? Like, well, maybe not pay for it, because it's the subscription service, wasn't it? The people on the Ubisoft Plus.
I think it's just the Ubisoft. Yeah, Ubisoft Plus subscribers being able to download it.
Yeah.
And play
it, they maybe didn't have to pay for it.
No.
But why would you even risk that if it's an early build? If it's not near completion,
because Ubisoft.
I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know the ins and outs of a reason why they would do that. But I'm struggling to think of, like, if it's not in a state for you to launch it, why even have that possibility of it being done by mistake? Like, I don't.
What some people have been saying is that the game looks, of what people have managed to catch, the game looks okay. Like, it looks good. Mm-hmm. There are some things that look a little bit meh, or a little bit that looks a bit rough. But
if it's an early build,
it could be an early build, and it could be just the state of the screen grab that somebody's done.
True. Especially if we're going off YouTube.
Exactly.
YouTube, seeing anything on YouTube is never actually a full.
Yeah. So that might be
of what the actual game looks like, because it's basically footage that has been compressed and uncompressed and then recompressed and then uncompressed again.
Yeah.
So it kind of fucks up the image. Don't get me wrong. YouTube has gotten better in that sort of thing than it was a few years ago, but still, it's just the nature of uploading stuff onto YouTube and uploading stuff anyway. So.
But at least you've got some good news.
Yeah, at least the Beyond Good and Evil fan base has some good news. They've got the remaster coming out. So which
to be fair has been something that's been rumoured for a while.
Yeah. I mean, you're never going to get Beyond Good and Evil 2, so this is a nice consolation, I suppose.
Although the tweet that came out, it was under the Beyond Good and Evil 2 banner.
Yes, but...
So, you never know. I'm just saying you never know.
No.
Alright?
Look, I will not believe Beyond Good and Evil 2 will be released until I actually see a physical copy being played. Yeah. it's like a Star Citizen now.
Yeah.
Star Citizen and Half-Life 3.
So, more good news for Ubisoft fans. Well, if you like the look of Skull and Bones, anyway. Skull and Bones leak reveals release date and early access plans. So, another leak.
Again.
Because it's Ubisoft. So, the new release date is February 16th.
Okay.
Of 2024.
Again, I'll believe it when it actually gets released.
I'm just waiting for it to get to February 1st, and then I'm going, well, we're delaying Skull and Bones again.
The open beta is when? Because they said it open beta, didn't they?
Early access plans.
Oh, early access.
Not open beta.
Because heaven forbid.
Ubisoft pirate game Skull and Bones will finally be launching on February 16th, 2024. Skull and Bones was first announced at Ubisoft E3 2017. That's how long this game.
6 years. That game's been in development for it's been in development hell for 6 years. I feel sorry for people who have worked on that for the full 6 years, because even if it's like a passion project and they've enjoyed it, it's like I can understand. Like it's been rough.
You don't do a passion project for 6 years.
It's been but I'm saying it's like, even if like they've like wanted it to be a successful and they've put all their effort in and etc. It's clearly been a rough development. Like they must have had they must have had days where they've literally like gone in and gone, oh, for fuck's sake, what now? And for those people, I do hope the game is good. I just don't think it will be. Very rarely do games have this sort of eventful development cycle and actually come out good. You remember the ones that do because of how rare they are.
I think this game, it'll come out and it'll be okay, but it's not going to be a game that's going to... It won't last. Not as long as Ubisoft think it's going to last.
Yeah, because it's another live service.
It'll be a live service, and it's not...
I think also it's gone through like multiple identity changes, because I think I remember the first like playable stuff they showed, and it looked more like your World of Tanks or War Thunder, but with ships, with pirate ships, and I was like, part of me was like, okay, that's potentially could be okay, because I think there's only one other game that does that sort of thing with sail ships, and that's probably the developer's reputation has kind of hit the gutter. Yeah. So, and I know there's an audience for sail ship combat. You just have to look at how many people still play Sea of Thieves
and Black Flag.
Oh,
God, it hurts.
I mean, granted, there are a few people that don't play it. Well, they play it for the game, but the main character in the game.
Which one?
The captain. The guy you play.
Oh, you were talking about Black Flag?
Black Flag, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah.
The protagonist.
No.
Not the future stuff, the actual in the Animus.
Yeah, I know who you
mean.
No,
I'm saying for the internet.
Edward.
Yeah.
You mean Edward, yeah.
Is it Edward Conway?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, him. There are some that play it for him.
Yeah. So, according to Insider Gamer, the Skull and Bones release date is February 16th, 2024, along with the standard version of the game. There will apparently be a pricier edition that comes with 3 days early access.
Okay.
So there you go, so 3 days.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. This needs to stop. This is complete and utter fucking bullshit.
This is the
new marketing. We're going to milk it until everyone gets sick and tired and fed up with it. I'm going to tell you now. I'm already fed up with it. We haven't even been doing this for a year. I'm already fed up with it. Do you want to know why you shouldn't really do this? Because shit like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 happens. It comes out. The people who are massive fans and are usually streamers will get it. They will play the campaign. They will get all the way through it, and then they'll tell everyone, "Yeah, it's shit. Don't buy it." And look at what's happened to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
As for when Ubisoft will make the official announcement about Skull and Bones release date, the Insider Gaming Report says it will happen within the next couple of weeks. Most likely Game Awards, because that's when's Game Awards? It's like December 12th or something.
Yeah, it's not next week after, I think.
Yeah, but it stops short of saying definitively that the Game Awards is where the announcement will take place. Yeah, it's got to be the Game Awards.
It's got to be the Game Awards.
But yeah, Skull and Bones possibly finally coming out. I kind of hope it's good. I'm going to be completely honest with everybody.
You're not a fan of these type of games.
No. I don't care. I just don't care.
You've never cared since the moment this game was announced.
Yeah, I've not given a shit about this thing. I didn't care about the minigame that this has come off, because in all honesty, the minigame's not that good. It's not as good as people say it is. It's literally just point at something and shoot.
Point your guns at something and shoot. I mean, you never know. Considering the 6 years it's had, they may have changed it to make it more.
But I've never really given a shit about this game.
No.
At all. It may sound mean of me to say that with people working on it for 6 years. And I'm like, I just don't care.
But the caveat to that is you are not the
target audience. Not the target audience. So
therefore, you not giving a shit doesn't really make.
Oh, nowadays you can't do that.
Unless Ubisoft are being Ubisoft and going, we want this game to be played by everyone. It's like, no. That's never going. This is a sale. This is an Age of Sail combat shit game.
Yeah, this is a boat game.
This is a pirate game, right? Yes, pirates are pretty cool and a lot of people like them, but it is the very thing that this is doing is a niche market.
Yeah.
So don't try and think that this is going to sell bajillions of bajillions. This is not going to.
It's a boat game.
Yeah.
So it's a boat game. Like, it's not gonna.
Your entire marketing is about the boats.
So if you're not into the boats, which I am not, and I never have been and never will be.
See, I kind of am, but I'm interested in anything that has ever been involved in war. So, like, sail ships, interested. Planes, interested. Tanks, interested. Strategy games.
So do you think about the Roman Empire at least 5 times a day then?
No.
No. Okay.
No. The only times I think about the Roman Empire is when I'm thinking about like famous battles they're involved in. I mean, technically that could class as thinking about the Roman Empire, but it's not why I'm thinking about the Roman Empire.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So moving on. That's enough of Ubisoft.
Yeah.
We're going to move on. This is going to be a very short one today because there really wasn't much. A short one compared to what we usually do.
Yeah, because we haven't gone on massive tangents.
Yeah, and there's no tangents to go on.
There is literally nothing. No, this is going to be a short one. Holy shit! Although we'll see how much we can milk this last thing out.
Okay, so the Game Awards is beefing up security following stage invasions. Now this has happened twice to Jeff Keighley.
Yes.
First, last year there was this the invasion from the dude.
Yeah, the dude who
during the Elden Ring speech, and then it happened again just recently at the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, where someone came on about Grand Theft Auto 6.
Was it Grand Theft Auto 6?
I think
I cannot remember what he was talking about.
I didn't want to give him the benefit of actually paying attention to what he was saying, so I think from what other people were saying was something. But either way, two fucking idiots managed to get on the stage with Jeff Keighley, and I'm like, Jeff's going to turn around and punch someone eventually.
Oh, the Summer Games Fest one was the best one because his face, you could see, he was like the Game Awards one. Like I generally think like a lot of people just kind of thought it was funny because it was right at the end. It wasn't.
Yeah,
in the middle. It was right at the end. And what the guy said was generally
and also
just like a bit ridiculous.
And also he kind of like hid in the crowd. He didn't put the Summer Games Fest was the guy literally came up and tried to take the mic off him.
Yeah,
and I'm like, are you? I'm like, but the other thing is like, don't tell everyone you're beefing security because then the people that want to do this fucking stupid stuff will go, okay, so I'm going to have to prepare even harder for this. I'm going to have to think of a better plan. It's like, no, make them think that the stuff's so lax and terrible and that you'll be able to just walk onto the stage and then fucking and then just grab them as they try and do it.
Award ceremonies aren't important, and if we all stopped looking at them, they'd stop existing. I mean, okay, I don't know where this is going. This is the article, by the way. Who's this one? Oh, this is Kotaku. So we know how this is going to go. Here we go. And we're hearing news about some planned changes for this year's outing. Will they let women on stage? I don't know where that's come from. Because there's been women on stage before. For the Game Awards.
Wait,
I don't know where this is going. This is a magical mystery truck.
Okay. So first things first. Okay, we've put down the Ubisoft bashing booth. I'm about to go grab the Kotaku one because there is no.
This has already started badly.
This has started very very badly. Like the first sentence is the most snobbish, asinine, self-important piece of crap.
This is who's written this?
Who's written this? Who the fuck's written this?
John Walker.
Congratulations, John. You've already made my opinion of you.
This is somebody, right, who just, you're not allowed to have fun. You know when you're just having fun?
Yeah.
And then there's that one guy who's just like who has to ruin it for everybody. This is it. Who's just like just let people watch that. Look, I don't like the Oscars, but I'm not going to bitch and moan about people watching the Oscars.
Hell, we bitch and moan about the Game Awards being the actual advertisements.
Yeah, that's my job. That's what I do. That's my whole stick. All right, don't be taking that away from me. Don't be taking the thing of like after every Game Awards, I come along and I'm just like, it was just adverts.
We didn't think we were going to go on a tangent. We have done.
Oh yeah, we're going on a tangent.
Thank you. We've gone on a tangent. We were going to talk about like, well, the Game Awards needs a bit, but after what's happened twice in 1 year. In a less than 12-month period. I just like that. Will they let women on stage? Like someone stopping women from going to the Game Awards. Like someone's going, no women are allowed here. If there's a director of a game that wins an award that's there to pick up an award and she's a woman, I would be very surprised if they didn't.
I'd be a bit worried.
I'd be very, very worried. Like, but also, like, where the fuck has this come from?
I have no idea.
On what plot?
Like, I'm pretty sure the lass who plays Senya in Senya's Sacrifice, didn't she win an award?
Yeah.
Right, she got one. She also picked up the award when they won Best Game. Was it Best Game they won? Yeah, Best Game. So I don't really, and I'm pretty sure
Celeste. When Celeste won,
yeah, Celeste won.
There was a whole.
It was a bunch of women.
That was in the team that went up to pick up the award.
Character design for God of War. Ragnarok. I'm pretty sure that was the last who picked up the award. I could be wrong. I'm literally like just stunned at. I'm gonna be one of those people now. I don't see gender. That's why I can't tell if. I'm just like, this is. I had a whole thing to say about like they really shouldn't brag about the beefing up of the security because if it does fuck up, yeah, it just looks worse.
It just looks worse.
Yeah.
But this beginning of this article is so.
Oh, okay. I don't think this guy likes Jeff Keighley.
Probably doesn't.
So hold on. Right. So, just to go a little bit further.
What the hell?
So, will they let women on stage? No one's mentioned that. But we have heard they'll try and stop more uninvited men from taking the mic. So, what, uninvited women will be allowed to take the mic? You're not really doing it very well here. Right? With improved security after high-profile stage rushes at two Keighley's-fronted affairs. Alongside that, there's also the press-stopping news that the show will be dropping its familiar world premiere branding before reveals of games and trailers.
Well, yeah, because people started making memes out of it.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, that's the thing. Like, it's that much of a meme now. Just go into it.
Yeah, just fully commit.
I would just be like, you know what's coming. All right, everybody get ready.
Everybody get ready.
World premiere. Well, oh no, how did they say it? Premiere.
Yeah, whatever.
Over there.
Anyway,
so
the thing is, right? The thing is, they probably said we're going to stop like uninvited men getting onto the stage. But the thing is, the two people that came on were both guys.
Yeah,
they're just highlighting the fact that the last two events Jeff Keighley's hosted, well, the last two major gaming things he's hosted, two men one on each got onto the stage when they shouldn't have.
Yeah. Also, their gender doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Also, and I know people will like laughing at, but especially the second one.
Yeah.
That is a potentially terrifying position because you don't know if that guy's, this will be done in America. You don't know if the guy's got a gun.
That's true.
He could have a gun, could have a knife. He could be just there to assault you, especially if it's someone with an attitude like this guy. And
I don't understand where he's going with this. So this past weekend, Games Award host and Emperor. Wow. Jeff Keighley took part in a Q&A stream on Twitch about the upcoming events. During this, he was asked if there might be more security measures in place this year, given two recent incidents at Keighley's hosted endeavours. The first stage invasion was at last year's Game Awards, during which a ghastly little bloody hell! John, you have anger issues, my friend. You need to
I know why you're at Kotaku and nowhere else.
My God, you need to calm the fuck down. I don't know why you need... I don't know, smoke some weed. Kotaku's in California, right?
Either that or you're drinking far too much coffee or smoking too much or whatever. So
a ghastly little child ran on stage to garble some incoherent nonsense about Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton, which is why everybody laughs at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was like, there's many things I could call him. That kid.
Mm. Ghastly little child. He sounds like a pearl-clutching fucking...
The thing is, right, that the wording is... The way he's doing... The way this article is written, it is nasty.
He's not happy.
Like, I don't understand. Why this? Why, like, Emperor Jeff... What is there with this vindictive tone of article?
Why don't you like Jeff?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Jeff, but he's alright. Yeah?
But there's a thing called professionalism as well. I mean, I know it's Kotaku, but still, like, there's a level of professionalism. You don't put this kind of... Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so angry?
Yeah.
Why what, were you pissed that this was the article you were told to make? Like, I don't understand why these, like, little snidey... snippets have been thrown into the article. And secondly, who the fuck's the editor? Because why the fuck have you allowed this to come out?
Well, we know why it's been allowed to come out.
Because it's Kotaku.
It's Kotaku.
I know, but still, like,
fucking
editorial control. Like, you should, the very first sentence, the second sentence as well. It's like, yeah, you need to take this to the back and start.
Oh yeah, it was about. So, it was therefore even more surprising when something very similar occurred at this year's Gamescom. It was Gamescom, it wasn't Summer Games Fest. Gamescom opening night, improbably also referencing the former president. This time we were informed that Clinton apparently wants to play GTA 6. We definitely have plans, said Keighley on the recent stream, when asked if security would be improved as a result of the events.
I mean, that's a given.
We're trying to do all we can to keep me safe, but also... everyone watching the show, the audience, people participating in the show, and everything. He didn't want to get into any specifics, however, explaining we don't want to talk about that stuff too publicly just because it's security. Which, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's no good being like, oh yeah, we're beefing up security, and so we're having one guy here, one guy there, one guy.
Yeah, which is what I was going to say, especially the way the headline was making out.
Yeah. My suggestion would be large, threatening humans stood at the bottom of the steps that lead to the stage. You know, a policy to not just let people run up there. What is wrong with this person? Why is he? Why, John? Why are you like this? Who's hurt you?
Like what the? Has he not seen award shows?
Yeah.
Do you ever see anything like what he's just suggested at the Brit Awards or the Oscars or the BAFTAs or is it the Mo? Not Mobo. Oh God, that. You know the one that's more aimed at hip hop and that.
Yeah.
Literally, I had it the name in my head and it's gone, and I'm like, oh God, this isn't gonna look good. But you understand, like the award shows that you see on television and elsewhere, like they don't do that. They don't put a line of bouncers in front of the stairs. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you? Are you?
I just don't think this person likes the Game Awards.
Probably not, no.
So
hopefully
this year we can look forward to a less interrupted run of game adverts and the industry handing awards to itself. Here's the thing about this. I guarantee this John Walker is someone who goes, Game Awards, it shouldn't be something, it's terrible. It's just adverts, and then goes, the Oscars! Oh my God, the Oscars! And it's like, they're the same thing. Except it's worse with the Oscars. Because it's actually racist people giving themselves pats on the back of saying how unracist they are.
Yeah. There's a reason why people were very pissed at the Oscars when they had not a single person of colour up for an award one year. I'm pretty sure there was a couple of movies where there were like real good performances that should have been up for awards and they weren't there. And it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you know,
like,
who cares? So apparently, right. So John, you're never watching this video, but my advice to you, mate, is just I don't know, take a fucking chill pill. Like seriously, take a chill pill. You clearly don't like Jeff Keighley.
So two things. First things first. Yes, the Game Awards are going to have they're going to be more protected. The security's going to be a little bit more, hopefully a little bit more on the ball. Secondly, this article is like one of the most petty. That's the word, really.
It feels
it's
really
very petty.
It feels like I want to say vindictive, but that's not the word I want to use. Like basically, this person doesn't like the Game Awards and has been asked to do this
article on the Game Awards, and they've done an absolutely terrible article. Is there any comments on it? Because I know the Kotaku does do.
I think you've actually got to subscribe.
Oh God, never mind then.
Before you can check comments. Oh, see, show all 19 comments. Let's have a look. Oh, it's taking me to another thing.
Never mind.
Oh, it's just another. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I think you've got to actually subscribe.
Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the silly things that have happened this week, Destiny 2.
Oh, God.
So, as you know, Destiny 2 has been delayed to, what was it, June?
Yeah, I think it's like June 2nd.
But they've released a starter pack for Destiny 2. Which is $15. A lot of people are just so it's not even worth it. It's either absolute trash. At the moment, the community for Destiny 2, there's two sides. It's either absolute trash or it's pay to win.
Neither of these
neither of them can decide which one it is.
I think they can both agree. Both sides can agree. It's not good.
It's not good. So Budgie are getting roasted by the community.
So what exactly is in this starter pack?
I don't know, actually. All I know is
they're doing a starter pack. I mean, considering it's $15, I've got a feeling it's not even going to have any expansion that you the stuff that they've released for free.
Yeah, fans can't decide if a $15 bundle is pay to win or worthless junk.
Ah, right.
Okay, so Season of the Wish went live. Added DLC. Okay, it's called the Destiny 2 Starter Pack. It costs $15, and it's one of the more ridiculous microtransactions I've seen. Contrary to what its name might suggest, the Starter Pack does not include any expansion missions or story content. It's just a random assortment of stuff meant to supercharge players' arsenals. Here's what included. So you get the Traveler's Chosen, Ruinous Effect, Sleeper Stimulant, an exotic ship, an exotic sparrow, exotic ghost shell, 125,000 glimmer, 50 enhancement cores, 5 enhancement prisons, and 1 ascendant shard. Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah.
It's $15. That's what you get. It's not worth it.
No.
Not at all. Those guns aren't even met. They're not even met.
God, and also have you? I'm looking at I'm trying to. Where's the ship?
I think that one's the ship. The one in the middle. That
ugly,
weird
ugly
circle-looking
in the middle.
Because that's the sparrow. That looks like a sparrow. So
yeah, that's the sparrow. The sparrow looks like an actual yeah.
That's the sparrow. Oh, it's a Formula One.
Yeah, it's a Formula One car.
It's a Formula One car.
Oh,
it says the ship. The ship's a Formula One car as well.
They're fucking ugly. They are absolutely ugly.
And the ghost is a pit crew. That's actually pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I mean, it's not $15 worth of cool.
It's not $15 worth of cool. And also, there's no way in hell those guns are worth $15. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong? Why? God.
So, yeah, Bungie have... after everything... What's just going on with Bungie? They decided to release that, and I'm just sort of like...
do you know why it's called the Starter Pack?
Why?
Not because it's an actual starter pack, because it's Start Your Engines.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then they realised, no one's gonna buy it if we call it Start Your Engines.
It's still a terrible pack.
It's trash.
The Sparrow and the ship do not look good. And like you said, the guns they have are not guns that people actually want, unless they're collectors. And even though the ghost is like this funny little ghost with a pit crew helmet, none of it's $15 worth.
No, it's not worth $15. It's trash.
There's and nothing. anyone says, "Oh, but what about the glimmer?" It's like, this glimmer is their own currency. They can deem it to be worth $1. They can deem it to be worth 10. They can deem it to be worth a cent.
You can get 125,000 glimmer really, really quickly on Destiny.
Oh yeah, glimmer's just the.
It's just what you spend in the in-game stores, not the actual.
Yeah, it's not the
dust.
Yeah, it's not dust. Yeah, it's not the dust. The glimmer. Oh my god, that's worthless. That's literally zero. Yeah. You can make that much glimmer in about a day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Less than a day.
Pretty much.
And that's before you start doing missions and strikes, and that's just going around killing things. It gives it out like candy.
It does.
That's what we're saying.
You'll randomly get loads of glimmer from just chests. And, the world events on
events. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, going around killing them.
Yep, killing them.
Go around killing enemies. Just go around the maps killing enemies. You'll end up with that much in around about a day.
You will reach max capacity for glimmer in about a day.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's just worthless. It's just absolutely worth. Why?
Because Bungie.
Dear Bungie. Please.
Oh yeah, Bungie. Destiny 2's final shoot's been delayed till June. Basically
to make it
a better and more full experience. So basically, they let go a lot of staff
and realize they can't
make the deadline.
Yeah.
With Bungie, I love you like I do, but sometimes
to quote the classic meme, congratulations.
You played yourself. Like, my God. Bungie, I love you, but sometimes it's just like, you're hard.
Again, we offer our services of this is why your idea was bad to Bungie. That list of our services we're offering it to, again, it's getting larger.
It's getting bigger.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't get bigger, but it does. It just constantly gets bigger.
You get bigger and bigger. Well, anyway, I think we'll end there. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat, and we'll see you on the next one.
To be honest, we didn't bash Ubisoft as much as I thought we were going to.
Yeah, I mean, it's Ubisoft's now at the point where it's just kind of pitiful.
I know, but still,
I just feel bad for Ubisoft now. I've just gotten to the point of
I don't. I don't, because I like I say to everyone,
you know what
when I criticise Ubisoft,
it's not fun anymore to bash Ubisoft. It is literally like I'm hitting a dead horse.
I know, but as a person that was just constantly beating the crap out of Activision Blizzard,
yeah, but they're always doing something even more stupid.
That is very true.
You honestly, you just go. They're not going to get even more stupid. I don't need to get a bigger bat.
I think the thing with this week, especially the stuff with Ubisoft, it's more farcical than actual like Ubisoft bad sort of thing.
Yeah, this is even all just absolute.
Even though I can understand why people think, especially with the Mirage advert thing, I can understand people thinking like this was deliberate and they're only. I can understand the reasoning behind it because of the way Ubisoft act. Yeah. But I also with what they're saying is what they intended and it was a bug. I can understand it, but it's one of those where it's like, well, you deserve the shit anyway because you kind of stoked this fire yourself with your stupid bullshit microtransactions. And I know I said I wasn't bashing on Ubisoft.
I know, you've just done it again. Right at the end.
I know, it's just so easy. It's just...
That's the thing. Ubisoft's just an easy target. At least Activision Blizzard, at least when they do it stupidly, it's like, oh, well, now I've just got to get a bigger bat.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually got to do something. I got to get, because they're just getting stupider and stupider.
They also deserve it.
They also
more
deserve
and more.
It. But with Ubisoft, especially this week, it just feels like
it's kicking a horse.
I'm just kicking a horse.
I'm just kicking the guy when he's down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand the feeling. Because a lot of it is self-inflicted, and they've already probably been roasted for it, and it's like, yeah, this has not been your week, has it?
No.
Nothing. Like I said, nothing's gone right for them.
But yeah. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.